Climate Commissioner Miguel Arias Canete declares, now is not the time for complacency, as he confirms EU will aim for net zero emissions by 2050. The EU Commission's energy and climate-led, Miguel Arias Canete, has revealed the EU will push for a 2050 net zero emissions goal as part of its new long-term decarbonisation strategy. A 2050 net zero target would represent a significant ramp-up of ambition on the bloc's current goal, which aims to reduce emissions to 80 to 95% below 1990 levels by mid-century. The strategy will aim at net zero emissions by the middle of the century, and be based on a deep transformation of the European economy, Canete wrote in a blog post published earlier this week. The long-term trajectory is being reconsidered at the request of EU heads of government, in preparation for crucial climate negotiations next year, where nations will face pressure to boost the emissions reduction plans promised as part of the Paris Agreement. A net zero target for the EU would be consistent with promises made under the Climate Treaty to limit global warming to 1.5°C, the level scientists agree is necessary to minimize climatic disruption and save low-lying island states. All in all, we in the Commission are driving the policy foundations for the greatest foreseeable societal and economic change we will witness in our lifetimes, Canete wrote. The aim is to create the conditions which will enable the necessary transformations and investments. A net zero goal would require rapid and sustained emissions cuts across whole swaths of the EU economy and significant changes to business and public life. The EU is currently on track to meet its climate targets for 2020, yet experts fear progress is slowing and the bloc will struggle to meet its 2030 targets as the twin challenges of decarbonizing heat and transport come to the fore. While all these political initiatives are important and will provide a number of incentives, the real change must be led by society itself, Canete acknowledged. We must start acknowledging that everybody will need to make an effort, and that fundamental change is just around the corner for all of us. The energy transition, of which energy efficiency is a cornerstone, is planting the seeds of our planet's future. The net zero goal already has the support of the European Parliament, with a vote in January backing the measure by a large majority. A public consultation will be launched on the proposal in the coming weeks, with the Commission due to produce its long-term plan by January 2019. In the meantime, some nations are pushing ahead with their own net zero strategies. Sweden, for example, has a target of balancing its carbon output at zero by 2045, while last month the UK government said it would instruct the Committee on Climate Change to scope a 2050 net zero goal for the UK.